Full disclosure, the voice you are listening to now is artificially generated, brought to you by satisphonic.com. See the link in the description for more details. What should I put that shit on everything ingredient? Garlic. Recipe says, add 2 cloves.
Well, that can't be right. I won't even be able to taste it.
Let's start with 5 cloves and see if we need more. Not me, but yesterday, I learned my cousin's ingredient is Old Bay. You summoned all the Marylanders. Edit. Apparently, all 6 million of us are checking in lol. Sup. 9 years. Legit. Clickety-clack Marylanders attack. Salutes in best flag. Old Bay is absolutely fantastic with corn on the cob. Flakes of red chili pepper. This mine too. I call it red salt at home. Yeses and the abused sibling cayenne. Unnecessary pressure. I was gonna say anxiety, with a grain of depression. Smoked paprika. My teenage son discovered this and put it on everything. It was really cute when he talked about it elevating dishes, as he sprinkled it on Kraft macaroni and cheese. He's not lying. It may be blue box, but paprika will set off the flavor of any cheese, real or not, like nothing else. Man, I just smoked a bowl to lay down for the night. Don't make me get up and do this. Black peppercorn and salt. Agreed. Black peppercorn, freshly ground, is probably my most universal ingredient for savory cooked food. Lemon juice. Citrus bro. Whether lime or lemon, give me some citrus. Chili, crispy. Salt. Seems obvious, but you wouldn't believe the amount of home cooks that just don't use enough or any damn salt on their foods. We take it for granted, but it's the single most amazing addition to almost any dish. Adding a little salt to even sweet dishes makes the flavor pop. Hell, I've put salt in my coffee for years, and now, if I get a coffee without salt, it just tastes flat. Use more salt, people. Edit. To be clear, I'm talking about cooking with more salt, not adding a bunch to a finished dish. It just doesn't work so well when added at the table. Sweet dishes also use salt. The amount of people who are astounded that I use salt in cakes is honestly disheartening. Salt brings out the sweetness. Salt and crushed pineapple are some of the secrets to my carrot cake, all right. I will post the recipe once I get it retweaked. Give me time. Here's the low altitude version. If this recipe is used when you live at a high altitude, it'll turn out slightly drier and denser. Everything is in metric and using Australian cup and spoon measures. Much easier to make in a stand mixer, but can be done by hand. 5 large eggs, 375 ml neutral oil. I typically use canola or vegetable. 1 white sugar, 13 brown sugar, lightly packed 1/12 vanilla extract, 1/12 baking powder, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/12 baking powder, 12 baking powder, 12 baking powder, 12 baking powder. Crushed pineapple, well drained, 2 12-gig grated carrot, 12 egg chopped walnuts icing, 225 green cheese soft, 115 butter, soft 115 butter, soft vanilla extract. 2 freeze icing sugar. Amount depends on desired icing sugar. Amount depends on desired icing stiffness. Preheat your oven to 180 deg Fan Forst and grease and land 20 eggs into your mixer with the whisk attachment and beat on high speed for 1 minute until thick and frothy. Add in the oil, vanilla and sugars. Beat for 1 minute until thick and creamy in texture and pale in color. Change to the paddle attachment and add in the baking powder, bicarb, salt, cinnamon and flour. Mix on low speed until just combined. Don't overmix. Add in the pineapple, carrot and walnuts and gently stir or fold it. Pour into cake pan and bake for 45-50 minutes until inserted skewer comes out clean. Leave in pan for 5 minutes before turning into a wire rack to cool completely. When cake is completely cooled, put butter, cream cheese and vanilla in a bowl and beat with a mixer until pale, creamy and even in color. Gradually add in the icing sugar and mix until icing is thick and holds form. Cake will keep covered in the fridge for 4 or 5 days. Garlic, salt, Lawry's for the win. Similarly, sugar is often used in high acidity recipes like tomato sauce. Pepper, black, white, red. Yes, all of them. Hot sauce is the best. Cayenne pepper. Tajin, chili, lime. Chef John, is this you? That stuff is better than cocaine. A sprinkle, those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump those numbers up. If you aren't going through a bottle every week, you're not using enough. Uncle Roger stand for mem so good. There is no such thing as too much garlic, believe me. You measure garlic with your heart when cooking. Garlic is love. Garlic is life. Uncle Roger stand for mem so good. Fun fact, took me months to realize garlic was causing a lot of my stomach issues. There are two types of people. People that love garlic and people that are wrong. Tony Chach. On a date many years ago, when I was a much worse cook, I was making a Vietnamese noodle dish. The recipe called for 4 cloves of garlic, but I didn't have time to go to the store, so I used garlic powder. I thought the conversion was 1 tablespoon per clove. She complained that it tasted too much like garlic and didn't finish. I thought it was delicious.
Well, I looked into this a little bit later, and it turns out that the conversion for my garlic powder was 18 teaspoons per clove.
I put in 20 forks, the amount I was supposed to, the equivalent of 96 cloves of garlic in a dish for 2. Any other person in here ever heard of za'atar? It's an Arabic grind of the za'atar plant, tastes literally amazing, and in many Arab people's views, it can go on every non-sweet food. Hui Fong Sriracha, if I could find it. Montreal steak seasoning. Soy sauce. Cheese. Sometimes something has cheese on it. Sometimes all you get is cheese. Cooked cheese. Anything cheese. Cheese. Cholula, the absolute pinnacle of hot sauce. Swap that water for lime juice and prepare for a whole new experience.